The Two Noble Kinsmen, Act 3, Scene 1. Cornets in sundry places. Noise and hallowing, as people a-maying, enter our sight alone. The Duke has lost Hippolyta, each took a several land. This is a solemn rite they owe bloomed May, and the Athenians pay it to the heart of ceremony. O Queen Amelia, fresher than May, sweeter than her gold buttons on the boughs, or all the enamelled knacks of the mead or garden. Yea, we challenge too the bank of any nymph that makes the stream seem flowers. Thou, O jewel of the wood, of the world, hast likewise blessed a place with thy sole presence, in thy rumination, that I, poor man, might eftsoons come between and chop on some cold thought. Thrice blessed chance to drop on such a mistress, expectation most guiltless on it. Tell me, O Lady Fortune, next after Emily, my sovereign, how far I may be proud. She takes strong note of me, hath made me near her, and this beauteous morn, the primest of all the year, presents me with a brace of horses. Two such steeds might well be by a pair of kings backed in a field that their crowns titles tried. Alas, alas, poor cousin Polemon, poor prisoner, thou so little dreamest upon my fortune that thou thinkest thyself the happier thing to be so near Amelia. Me thou deemest at Thebes, and therein wretched although free. But if thou knewest my mistress breathed on me, and that I eared her language, lived in her eye, O cause, what a passion would enclose thee! Traitor kinsman, thou shouldst perceive my passion, if these signs of prisonment were off me, and this hand but owner of a sword. By all oaths in one, I, and the justice of my love, would make thee a confessed traitor. O thou most perfidious that ever gently looked, the voidest of honor that ever bore gentle token, falsest cousin that ever blood made kin, callest thou her thine? I'll prove it in my shackles, with these hands void of appointment, that thou liest and art a very thief in love, a chaffy lord, nor worth the name of villain. Had I a sword in these house clogs away, dear cousin Polemon, cozener our sight, give me language such as thou hast showed me feet. Not finding in the circuit of my breast any gross stuff to form me like your blazon, holds me to this gentleness of answer. 'Tis your passion that thus mistakes, the which to you, being enemy, cannot to me be kind. Honor and honesty I cherish and depend on, howsoever you skip them in me, and with them, fair cause, I'll maintain my proceedings. Pray be pleased to show in generous terms your griefs, since that your questions with your equal, who professes to clear his own way with the mind and sword of a true gentleman. That thou durst our sight. My cause, you have been well advertised how much I dare. Ye have seen me use my sword against the advice of fear. Sure of another you would not hear me doubted, but your silence should break out, though in the sanctuary. Sir, I have seen you move in such a place, which well might justify your manhood. You were called a good knight and a bold, but the whole week's not fair if any day it rained. Their valiant temper men lose when they incline to treachery, and then they fight like compelled bears would fly were they not tied. Kinsmen, you might as well speak this and act it in your glass, as to his ear which now disdains you. Come up to me, quit me of these cold gyves, Give me a sword, though it be rusty, and the charity of one meal lend me. Come before me, then, a good sword in thy hand, and do but say that Emily is thine. I will forgive the trespass thou hast done me, yea, my life, if then thou carry it, and brave souls in shades that have died manly, which will seek of me some news from earth. They shall get none but this, that thou art brave and noble. Be content. Again betake you to your hawthorn house. With counsel of the night I will be here with wholesome viands. These impediments will I file off. You shall have garments and perfumes to kill the smell of the prison after, when you shall stretch yourself and say, but Arcite, I am in plight. There shall be at your choice both sword and armor. O you heavens! Dares any so noble bear a guilty business? None but only Arcite. Therefore none but Arcite in this kind is so bold. Sweet Polemon, I do embrace you and offer you. For your offer do it I only, sir. Your person without hypocrisy I may not wish more than my sword's edge on it. You hear the horns. Enter your muset, lest this match between us be crossed ere met. Give me your hand, farewell. I'll bring you every needful thing. I pray you take comfort and be strong. Pray hold your promise, and do the deed with a bent brow. Most certain you love me not. Be rough with me, and pour this oil out of your language. By this air I could for each word give a cuff, my stomach not reconciled by reason. Plainly spoken, yet pardon me hard language. When I spur my horse I chide him not. Content and anger in me have but one face. Hark, sir, they call the scattered to the banquet. You must guess I have an office there. Sir, your attendance cannot please heaven, and I know your office is unjustly achieved. If a good title, I am persuaded this question, sick between us, by bleeding must be cured. I am a suitor that to your sword you will bequeath this plea, and talk of it no more. But this one word, you are going now to gaze upon my mistress, for note you, mine she is. Nay then, nay, pray you. You talk of feeding me to breed me strength. You are going now to look upon a son that strengthens what it looks on. There you have a vantage over me, but enjoy it till I may enforce my remedy. Farewell. Scene 2. Enter jailer's daughter alone. He has mistook the break I meant, is gone after his fancy. 'Tis now well nigh morning. No matter, would it were perpetual night, and darkness lord of the world. Hark, 'tis a wolf! In me hath grief slain fear, and but for one thing I care for nothing, and that's Polemon. I reek not if the wolves would jaw me, so he had this file. What if I hollowed for him? I cannot hollow. If I whooped, what then? If he not answered, I should call a wolf, and do him but that service. I have heard strange howls this livelong night. Why may it not be they have made prey of me? He has no weapons, he cannot run. The jingling of his gyves might call fell things to listen, who have in them a sense to know a man unarmed, and can smell where resistance is. I'll set it down, he's torn to pieces. They howled many together, and then they fed on him. So much for that, be bold to ring the bell. How stand I then? All's charred when he is gone. No, no, I lie. My father's to be hanged for his escape. myself to beg, if I prized life so much as to deny my act, but that I would not, should I try death by dozens. I am moped, food took I none these 2 days, sipped some water. I have not closed mine eyes, save when my lids scoured off their brine. Alas, dissolve my life, let not my sense unsettle, lest I should drown or stab or hang myself. O state of nature, fail together in me, since thy best props are warped. So which way now? The best way is the next way to a grave. Each errant step beside is a torment. Lo, the moon is down, the crickets chirp, the screech owl calls in the dawn. All offices are done, save what I fail in. But the point is this, an end, and that is all. Scene 3. Enter Arcite with meat, wine, and phials. I should be near the place. Ho, cousin Polemon. Arcite? The same. I have brought you food and phials. Come forth, and fear not. Here's no Theseus. Nor none so honest, Arcite. That's no matter, we'll argue that hereafter. Come, take courage. You shall not die thus beastly. Here, sir, drink. I know you are faint, then I'll talk further with you. Arcite, thou mightest now poison me. I might, but I must fear you first. Sit down, and good now, no more of these vain parleys. Let us not, having our ancient reputation with us, make talk for fools and cowards. To your health, etc. Do. Pray sit down then, and let me entreat you, by all the honesty and honor in you, no mention of this woman. 'Twill disturb us. We shall have time enough. Well, sir, I'll pledge you. Drink a good hearty draught. It breeds good blood, men. Do not you feel it thaw you? Stay, I'll tell you, after a draught or two more. Spare it not. The Duke has more cause. Eat now. Yes, I am glad you have so good a stomach. I am gladder I have so good meat to it. Is it not mad lodging here in the wild woods, cousin? Yes, for them that have wild consciences. How taste your victuals? Your hunger needs no sauce, I see. Not much, but if it did, yours is too tart, sweet cousin. What is this? Venison. 'Tis a lusty meat. Give me more wine. Here, Arcite, to the wenches we have known in our days. The Lord Steward's daughter, do you remember her? After you, cause. She loved a black-haired man. She did so well, sir. And I have heard some call him Arcite, and, out with it, faith. She met him in an arbor. What did she there, cause? Play of the virginals? Something she did, sir. Made her groan a month for it, or 2, or 3, or 10. The marshal's sister had her share too, as I remember, cousin, else there be tales abroad. You'll pledge her? Yes. A pretty brown wench 'tis. There was a time when young men went a-hunting, and a wood, and a broad beach, and thereby hangs a tale, hey-ho! For Emily, upon my life, fool, away with this strained mirth. I say again, that sigh was breathed for Emily. Base cousin, darest thou break first? You are wide. By heaven and earth, there's nothing in thee honest. Then I'll leave you. You are a beast now, as thou makest me, traitor. There's all things needful, phials and shirts and perfumes. I'll come again some 2 hours hence, and bring that shall quiet all. A sword and armor. Fear me not, you are now too foul. Farewell. Get off your trinkets, you shall want not. Sarah, I'll hear no more. If he keep touch, he dies for it. Scene 4. Enter Jailer's daughter. I am very cold, and all the stars are out. The little stars and all that look like aglets. The sun has seen my folly, Palamon. Alas, no, he's in heaven. Where am I now? Yonder's the sea, and there's a ship. How it tumbles! And there's a rock lies watching under water. Now, now, it beats upon it. Now, now, now. There's a leak sprung, a sound one. How they cry. Open her before the wind. You'll lose all else. Up with a course or two, and tack about, boys. Good night, you're gone. I'm very hungry. Would I could find a fine frog, he would tell me news from all parts of the world. Then would I make a carrack of cockle shell, and sail by east and northeast to the king of pygmies, for he tells fortunes rarely. Now my father, 20-1, is trussed up in a trice. Tomorrow morning I'll say never a word. For I'll cut my green coat a foot above my knee, and I'll clip my yellow locks an inch below my knee. Hey, nunny, 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 nunny. He's a buy me a white cut for to ride, and I'll go seek him through the world that is so wide. Hey, nunny, 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 nunny. Oh, for a prick now like a nightingale to put my breast against, I shall sleep like a top else. Scene 5. Enter a schoolmaster, Gerald, 4 countrymen as Morris dancers, and another as a Bavian, 5 wenches with a tabor. Schoolmaster. Fie, fie! What tediosity and disinsanity is here among ye? Have my rudiments been laboured so long with ye, milked unto ye, and by a figure even the very plum broth and marrow of my understanding laid upon ye? And do you still cry where and how and wherefore? You must course freeze capacities, ye Jane judgments. Have I said, thus let be, and there let be, and then let be, and no man understand me? Pradoom, Medius Fidius, ye are all dunces. For why, here I stand, here the Duke comes, there are you, close in the thicket. The Duke appears, I meet him, and unto him I utter learned things, and many figures. He hears, and nods, and hums, and then cries rare, and I go forward. At length I fling my cap up, mark there, then do you, as once did Meleager and the boar, break comely out before him, like true lovers, cast yourselves in a body decently, and sweetly by a figure, trace and turn, boys. And sweetly we will do it, Master Gerald. Draw up the company, where's the taborer? Why, Timothy, here my mad boys, have at ye. But I say, where's their woman? Here's Frizz and Maudline, and little Luce with her white legs and the bouncing Barbary, the freckled Nell that never failed her master. Where be your ribands, maids? Swim with your bodies and carry it sweetly and deliver, and now and then favor and a frisk. Let us alone, sir. Where's the rest of the music? Dispersed as you commanded. Couple then, and see what's wanting. Where's the Bavian? My friend, carry your tale without offence or scandal to the ladies, and be sure you tumble with audacity and manhood, and when you bark, do it with judgment. Yes, sir. Cuso tandem, here is a woman wanting. We may go whistle all the fats in the fire. We have, as learned authors utter, washed a title, we have been fatus, and laboured vainly. This is that scornful piece, that scurvy Hilding, that gave her promise faithfully, she would be here, Cicely, that Sempster's daughter, the next gloves that I give her shall be dogskin. Nay, and she fail me once, you can tell, Arcas, She swore by wine and bread she would not break. An eel and woman, a learned poet says, unless by the tail, and with thy teeth thou hold, will either fail. In manners this was false position. A fire ill take her. Does she flinch now? What shall we determine, sir? Nothing. Our business is become a nullity, yea, and a woeful and a piteous nullity. Now when the credit of our town lay on it, now to be frample, now to piss of the nettle, go thy ways, I'll remember thee, I'll fit thee. The George Allow came from the south, from the coast of Barbary, and there he met with brave gallants of war, by one, by two, by three. Well hailed, you jolly gallants, and whither now are you bound, Oh, let me have your company till I come to the sound, There was 3 fools fell out about an owlet. The one said it was an owl, the other he said nay, the third he said it was a hawk, and her bells were cut away. There's a dainty mad woman, master, comes in the nick as mad as March hare. If we can get her dance, we are made again. I warrant her, she'll do the rarest gambols. A mad woman? We are made, boys. And are you mad, good woman? I would be sorry else. Give me your hand. Why? I can tell your fortune. You are a fool. Tell 10 I have posed him. Buzz. Friend, you must eat no white bread. If you do, your teeth will bleed extremely. Shall we dance, ho? I know you, ye are a tinker. Sirrah, tinker, stop no more holes but what you should. Dee bonnie, a tinker, damsel, or a conjurer, raise me a devil now, and let him play Qui passo the bells and bones. Go take her, and fluently persuade her to a peace. Et opus exigi quod nec Jovi sera nec ignis. Strike up and lead her in. Come, lass, let's trip it. I'll lead you. Do, persuasively and cunningly. Away, boys, I hear the horns. Give me some meditation and mark your cue. Pallas, inspire me. This way the stag took. Stay and edify. What have we here? Some country sport upon my life, sir. Well, sir, go forward. We will edify. Ladies, sit down, we'll stay it. Thou doughty Duke, all hail, sweet ladies. This is a cold beginning. If you but favor our country pastime made is. We are a few of those collected here that ruder tongues distinguish villager, and to say verity and not to fable, we are a merry rout, or else a rabble, or company, or by a figure choris, that for thy dignity will dance a morris, and I that am the rectifier of all, by title pedagogos, that let fall the birch upon the breeches of the small ones, and humble with a ferula the tall ones, do here present this machine, or this frame, and dainty Duke, whose doughty dismal frame, from dis to Daedalus, from post to pillar, is blown abroad, help me, thy poor well-willer, and with thy twinkling eyes look right and straight upon this mighty Moor of mickle weight, is now comes in, which being glued together makes Morris, and the cause that we came hither. The body of our sport of no small study, I first appear, though rude and raw and muddy, to speak before thy noble grace this tenor, at whose great feet I offer up my penner. The next, the Lord of May and a lady bright, the chambermaid and serving man by night, that seek out silent hanging, then mine host, and his fat spouse that welcomes to their cost. and the galled traveller, and with the beckoning informs the tapster to inflame the reckoning. Then the beast-eating clown, and next the fool, the Bavian, with long tail and eke long tool. Come, multisalis, that make a dance, say A, and all shall presently advance. A, by any means, dear Domine, produce. In trade fili, come forth and foot it. Ladies, if we have been merry, and have pleased ye with a derry, and a derry, and a down, say the schoolmaster's no clown. Duke, if we have pleased thee too, and have done as good boys should do, give us but a tree or twain, for a maypole and again, ere another year run out, we'll make thee laugh and all this rout. Take 20 domine, how does my sweetheart? Never so pleased, sir. 'Twas an excellent dance, and for a preface, I never heard a better. Schoolmaster, I thank you, one see 'em all rewarded. And here's something to paint your pole withal. Now to our sports again. May the stag thou huntest stand long, and thy dogs be swift and strong. May they kill him without lets, and the ladies eat his dowsets. Come, we are all made, di decai omnes, ye have danced rarely, wretches. Scene 6, enter Palamon from the bush. About this hour my cousin gave his faith to visit me again, and with him bring 2 swords and 2 good armors. If he fail, he's neither man nor soldier. When he left me, I did not think a week could have restored my lost strength to me. I was grown so low and crestfallen with my wants. I thank thee, Arcite, thou art yet a fair foe, and I feel myself with this refreshing able once again to outdure danger. To delay it longer would make the world think, when it comes to hearing, that I lay fatting like a swine to fight, and not a soldier. Therefore this blessed morning shall be the last, and that sword he refuses, if it but hold, I'll kill him with. 'Tis justice, so love and fortune for me. Oh, good morrow, noble kinsmen. I have put you to too much pain, sir. That too much, fair cousin, is but a debt to honor and my duty. Would you were so in all, sir. I could wish ye as kind a kinsman as you force me to find, a beneficial foe, that my embraces might thank ye, not my blows. I shall think either well done and noble recompense. Then I shall quit you. Defy me in these fair terms, and you show more than a mistress to me, no more anger, as you love anything that's honorable. We were not bred to talk, man. When we are armed, and both upon our guards, then let our fury, like meeting of 2 tides, fly strongly from us, and then to whom the birthright of this beauty truly pertains, without upbraiding, scorns, despisings of our persons, and such poutings, fitter for girls and schoolboys, will be seen, and quickly yours or mine. Will it please your arm, sir? Or if you feel yourself not fitting yet, and furnished with your old strength, I'll stay, cousin, and every day discourse you into health, as I am spared, your person I am friends with. And I could wish I had not said I loved her, though I had died, but loving such a lady, and justifying my love, I must not fly from it. Arcite, thou art so brave an enemy, that no man but thy cousin's fit to kill thee. I am well and lusty, choose your arms. Choose you, sir. Wilt thou exceed in all, or dost thou do it to make me spare thee? If you think so, cousin, you are deceived, for as I am a soldier, I will not spare you. That's well said. You'll find it. Then, as I am an honest man, and love with all the justice of affection, I'll pay thee soundly. This I'll take. That's mine, then. I'll arm you first. Do, pray thee, tell me, cousin, where gottest thou this good armor? 'Tis the Duke's, and to say true, I stole it. Do I pinch you? No. Is it not too heavy? I have worn lighter, but I shall make it serve. I'll buckle it close. By any means. You care not for a grand guard? No, no, we'll use no horses. I perceive you would fain be at that fight. I am indifferent. Faith, so am I. Good cousin, thrust the buckle through far enough. I warrant you, my casque now. Will you fight bare-armed? We shall be the nimbler. But use your gauntlets, though. Those are of the least. Prithee, take mine, good cousin. Thank you, Arcite. How do I look? Am I fallen much away? Faith, very little. Love has used you kindly. I'll warrant thee I'll strike home. Do, and spare not. I'll give you cause, sweet cousin. Now to you, sir. Methinks this armor's very like that Arcite thou werst that day the 3 kings fell, but lighter. That was a very good one, and that day I well remember you outdid me, cousin. I never saw such valor when you charged upon the left wing of the enemy. I spurred hard to come up, and under me I had a right good horse. You had indeed a bright bay, I remember. Yes, but all was vainly labored in me. You outwent me, nor could my wishes reach you. Yet a little I did by imitation. More by virtue, your modest cousin. When I saw you charge first, methought I heard a dreadful clap of thunder break from the troop. But still before that flew the lightning of your valor. Stay a little. Is not this piece too straight? No, no, 'tis well. I would have nothing hurt thee but my sword. A bruise would be dishonor. Now I am perfect. Stand off then. Take my sword, I hold it better. I thank ye, no, keep it, your life lies on it. Here's one, if it but hold, I'll ask no more for all my hopes. My cause and honor guard me. And me, my love. They bow several ways, then advance and stand. Is there aught else to say? This only and no more. Thou art mine aunt's son, and that blood we desire to shed is mutual. In me thine, and in thee mine. My sword is in my hand, and if thou killest me, the gods and I forgive thee. If there be a place prepared for those that sleep in honor, I wish his weary soul that falls may win it. Fight bravely, cousin, give me thy noble hand. Here, Palamon, this hand shall never more come near thee with such friendship. I commend thee. If I fall, curse me, and say I was a coward, for none but such dare die in these just trials. Once more farewell, my cousin. Farewell, Arcite. Lo, cousin, lo, our folly has undone us. Why? This is the Duke a-hunting, as I told you. If we be found, we are wretched. Oh, retire for honor's sake, and safely, presently, into your bush again, sir. We shall find too many hours to die in, gentle cousin. If you be seen, you perish instantly for breaking prison, and I, if you reveal me, for my contempt. Then all the world will scorn us, and say we had a noble difference, but base disposers of it. No, no, cousin, I will no more be hidden, nor put off this great adventure to a second trial. I know your cunning, and I know your cause. He that faints now, shame take him. Put thyself upon thy present guard. You are not mad, or I will make the advantage of this hour mine own, and what to come shall threaten me, I fear less than my fortune. No, weak cousin, I love Amelia, and in that I'll bury thee in all crosses else. Then come what can come, thou shalt know, Palamon, I dare as well die as discourse or sleep, Only this fears me. The law will have honor of our ends. Have at thy life. Look to thine own well, Arcite. What ignorant and mad malicious traitors are you, that against the tenor of my laws are making battle, thus like knights appointed, without my leave, and officers of arms? By Castor, both shall die. Hold thy word, Theseus. We are certainly both traitors, both despisers of thee and of thy goodness. I am Polemon, that cannot love thee, he that broke thy prison. Think well what that deserves. And this is Arcite. A bolder traitor never trod thy ground, a falser never seemed friend. This is the man was begged and banished, this is he contemns thee, and what thou darest do, and in this disguise, against thy own edict, follows thy sister, that fortunate bright star, the fair Amelia, whose servant, if there be a right in seeing, and first bequeathing of the soul to, justly I am, and which is more, dares think her his. This treachery, like a most trusty lover, I called him now to answer. If thou beest as thou art spoken, great and virtuous, the true decider of all injuries, say, fight again, and thou shalt see me, Theseus, do such a justice thou thyself wilt envy. Then take my life, I'll woo thee to it. O heaven, what more than man is this? I have sworn. We seek not thy breath of mercy, Theseus. 'Tis to me a thing as soon to die as thee to say it, and no more moved. Where this man calls me traitor, let me say thus much. If in love be treason, in service of so excellent a beauty as I love most, and in that faith will perish, as I have brought my life here to confirm it, as I have served her truest, worthiest, as I dare kill this cousin that denies it, so let me be most traitor, and ye please me. For scorning thy edict, Duke, ask thy lady why she is fair, and why her eyes command me stay here to love her. And if she say traitor, I am a villain fit to be lied unburied. Thou shalt have pity of both of us, O Theseus, if unto neither thou show mercy. Stop, as thou art just, thy noble ear against us, as thou art villain for thy cousin's soul, whose 12 strong labors crown his memory. Let's die together at one instant, Duke. Only a little let him fall before me, that I may tell my soul he shall not have her. I grant your wish, for to say true, your cousin has 10 times more offended, for I gave him more mercy than you found, sir. Your offences being no more than his, none here speak for him, for ere the sun set, both shall sleep forever. Alas, the pity! Now or never, sister, speak not to be denied. That face of yours will bear the curses else of after ages for these lost cousins. In my face, dear sister, I find no anger to him, nor no ruin. The misadventure of their own eyes kill him. Yet that I will be woman, and have pity, my knees shall grow to the ground, but I'll get mercy. Help me, dear sister, in a deed so virtuous, the powers of all women will be with us, most royal brother. Sir, by our tie of marriage, by your own spotless honor, by that faith, that fair hand, and that honest heart you gave me, by that you would have pity in another, by your own virtues infinite, by valor, by all the chaste knights I have ever pleased you, these are strange conjurings. Nay, then I'll in too. By all our friendships, sir, by all our dangers, by all you love most, wars, and this sweet lady, by that you would have trembled to deny a blushing maid, by your own eyes, by strength, in which you swore I went beyond all women, almost all men, and yet I yielded, Theseus. To crown all this, by your most noble soul, which cannot want due mercy, I beg first. Next hear my prayers. Last let me entreat, sir, for mercy, mercy, mercy on these princes. Ye make my faith real. I say I felt compassion to 'em both. How would you place it? Upon their lives, but with their banishments. You are a right woman, sister. You have pity, but want the understanding where to use it. If you desire their lives, invent a way safer than banishment. Can these two live and have the agony of love about 'em, and not kill one another? Every day they'll fight about you, hourly bring your honor in public question with their swords. Be wise then, and here forget 'em. It concerns your credit and my oath equally. I have said they die. Better they fall by the law than one another. Bow not my honor. O my noble brother, that oath was rashly made, and in your anger your reason will not hold it. If such vows stand for express will, all the world must perish. Beside, I have another oath against yours, of more authority, I am sure more love, not made in passion neither, but good heed. What is it, sister? Urge it home, brave lady. That you would never deny me anything fit for my modest suit and your free granting. I tie you to your word now. If ye fall in it, think how you maim your honor. For now I am set a begging, sir. I am deaf to all but your compassion. How their lives might breed the ruin of my name. Opinion shall anything that loves me perish for me. That were a cruel wisdom. Do men point the straight young boughs that blush with thousand blossoms, because they may be rotten? O Duke Theseus, the goodly mothers that have groaned for these, and all the longing maids that ever loved, if your vows stand, shall curse me and my beauty, and in their funeral songs for these two cousins despise my cruelty, and cry woe worth me, till I am nothing but the scorn of women. For heaven's sake, save their lives, and banish him. On what conditions? Swear 'em never more to make me their contention, or to know me, to tread upon thy dukedom, and to be, wherever they shall travel, ever strangers to one another. I'll be cut to pieces before I take this oath. Forget I love her? O all ye gods, despise me then. Thy banishment I not mislike, so we may fairly carry our swords and cause along. Else never trifle, but take our lives, Duke. I must love and will, and for that love must and dare kill this cousin on any peace the earth has. Will you, Arcite, take these conditions? He's a villain then. These are men. No, never, Duke. 'Tis worse to me than begging to take my life so basely. Though I think I never shall enjoy her, yet I'll preserve the honor of affection and die for her, make death a devil. What may be done? For now I feel compassion. Let it not fall again, sir. Say, Emilia, if one of them were dead as one must, are you content to take the other to your husband? They cannot both enjoy you. They are princes as goodly as your own eyes, and as noble as ever fame yet spoke of. Look upon 'em, and if you can love, end this difference, I give consent. Are you content too, princes? With all our souls. He that she refuses must die then. Any death thou canst invent, Duke. If I fall from that mouth, I fall with favor, and lovers yet unborn shall bless my ashes. If she refuse me, yet my grave will wed me, and soldiers sing my epitaph. Make choice then. I cannot, sir, they are both too excellent. For me, a hair shall never fall of these men. What will become of 'em? Thus I ordain it, and by mine honor once again it stands, or both shall die. You shall both to your country, and each within this month, accompanied with 3 fair knights, appear again in this place, in which I'll plant a pyramid, and whether before us that are here can force his cousin by fair and knightly strength to touch the pillar, he shall enjoy her, the other lose his head, and all his friends, nor shall he grudge to fall, nor think he dies with interest in this lady. Will this content ye? Yes, here, cousin Arcite, I am friends again till that hour. I embrace ye. Are you content, sister? Yes, I must, sir, else both miscarry. Come, shake hands again then, and take heed, as you are gentlemen, this quarrel sleep till the hour prefixed, and hold your course. We dare not fail these, Theseus. Come, I'll give ye now usage like to princes and to friends. When ye return, who wins I'll settle here, who loses yet I'll weep upon his bier. End of Act 3 of the Two Noble Kinsmen. Amen. Praise God. Jesus Christ. Jah Rastafari the Most High. Bless we.